So this is a great question. Why is there such a large discrepancy between my stomach when it's engaged and relaxed? Is there a specific reason, and will it get less as my muscles get stronger? So this is such a great question, and really a common question that I get a lot. So if we think about the diastasis, we have imagine these are my rectus abdominis muscles, and we have this gap, and this gap has the linear elbow, which is that connective tissue. Now, when your gap is wide-ish, but more deep, so squishy, right? Especially when relaxed. When it's squishy, that connective tissue is stretched, and it just has no strength in it, pretty much. So now imagine, let's just, hold up. Imagine our connective tissue, and it's squishy, so it can go in deep, right? So imagine that. So it's going deep. When I put my fingers in, it goes down. So this connective tissue just has no tension in it, and therefore when you relax your muscles, because it's squishy when relaxed, when you relax your muscles, it's going to push out, and everything's going to push out into it, and that's going to cause your stomach to expand. But like your muscles, connective tissue, even though it can't, let's just say your connective tissue is this long, you can't like make it shorter. Like if it's stretched, it's been stretched. But what can happen is you can strengthen connective tissue. You can strengthen the fascia and things, just like you can strengthen your muscles. But to strengthen it, you need to load it. Okay, so imagine your bicep. You can strengthen your bicep, but if you just hang about all day, you're not going to really strengthen it. Okay, if you're lifting a pencil and you're moving, you're kind of getting the muscle working, but you're not making it bigger or strengthening it because you're not loading it. Okay, so to load it, to make your bicep bigger, you're going to be doing like weights. So you might start with a 5-pound weight, and then go up to an 8-pound weight, and then go up to a 10-pound weight, and then be like a superhero and be, right? And that's loading it, and it's making it stronger. Same thing with the connective tissue. You can make it stronger, you need to load it. So that is where, when you're up to it, the exercises like the front-loading planks, so that type of exercise will load your connective tissue, because if you think about it, your connective tissue is what's supporting your organs and everything else as you're loading, and think of it as your body weight being the weights. Like in the bicep, you're loading with a weight. Now when you're front loading, it's that's kind of stressing the connective tissue, and that stress that happens is what's going to strengthen it. Okay, so whilst you can't, if it's torn, you can't reconnect it. If it's really overstretched, you can't necessarily bring it back, just like a hair elastic. Like once it's gone, it's kind of gone. But you can strengthen the fibers within it. And you can, just like you can with your muscles, you can strengthen that fascia, okay? So as you get stronger, and as you keep progressing and you keep loading and stressing that connective tissue, it will get stronger, and it will get firmer, and it will hold you in when you're relaxed. It takes time, okay? When you are engaged and strong and firm, when you're engaged and tensing your muscles, that's a great indication that you can get there when you're relaxed. You just need to strengthen everything, and it takes time, and you need to progress, okay? So if you are doing the beginners program for the 3rd or 4th round and you're not progressing, you're not going to necessarily strengthen the connective tissue. Yes, you're going to get your TVAs working better, and yes, you're going to get those basics, but just getting the basics isn't going to necessarily strengthen the connective tissue to the point that when you're relaxed, everything is strong as well. Okay, so that's why I keep going on. You need to progress. You need to get the basics. So you need to get that basic TVA strength, you need to get your breathing right, you need to get your alignment right. But once you've got the basics, you have to progress. You need to stress your muscles. You need to stress the connective tissue. You need to load it. You need to get it stronger so that it does hold everything in.